This is the Schmo with the Pro with UFC welterweight and fashion model Alan Jouban. How we doing?
Good, man. Good. That was a good announcement for me. Yeah, thank you, man. I'm good. It's been 14 months since I fought, so I'm excited to be here again.
How's your neck, man?
Good, man. I had a procedure done that is actually a pretty common procedure amongst fighters, I found out, and I feel better than ever.
Now, you're wearing a tie. You got the short sleeve button up doing. It's that fashion that you're into, man. Why is that such an influence in your life?
You know, I honestly, I'm very much a chill pants, t-shirt kind of guy as soon as I get home. But, you know, you like to dress the occasion. If you could look sharp when you have the opportunity, then I enjoy doing that. And there's a lot of fighters now, man. Joseph Benavidez, you know, he's kind of bringing the fashion back with his posts and everything. What's it called? The Dapper Scrapper. And so the Dapper Scrapper has gotten a lot of fighters kind of trying to come on point because you know that's going to be seen later on. So I think that was a little bit of the influence, man. Joe's kind of doing his thing. I didn't want to be Reebok geared out on the Dapper Scrapper.
That's what I like to hear. Are some of these young guys coming up to you and asking you for some of that fashion advice or some fighting advice or both?
I guess I get that now and then. You know, I've had a lot of compliments today on my outfit, so that made me feel good. You know, so I would offer my advice if they wanted it, but not too many people asking me too much.
Now we're here in the ATL UFC 236. What's your expectations for Saturday evening?
I gotta say, first off, man, like Atlanta is it's gorgeous. It blew me away. I'm from the South. I'm from Louisiana, and we've always kind of had a rivalry with Atlanta, Louisiana, and Atlanta, and just probably a football thing. But coming here for the first time and going around the city, it's a beautiful city. It's a huge city. There's so many things to do. I'm really impressed, and with the UFC coming here, you've been here a couple times before, but it's always been a good card. This is a great card, man. I'm happy to be on the pay-per-view, and it's just a great platform, man. It's an opportunity for me after a 14-month layoff to come back and remind the fans of who I am. I'm the fighter that always comes in, gets fight of the night, gets knockout, exciting fights, and that's why they put me on this main card, man. They know what kind of fight I could deliver, and my opponent as well, man. He's a guy that could deliver as well. He's a little bit more of a newcomer than I am, but he's shown that he could deliver. So I want to go out there, man, put on a great performance, and just use this as a platform to get back to where I was without that layoff. Say 2 big wins in a row, get a big fight in the near future.
And on the main card, Dustin Poirier, a fellow Lafayette native, man. The connection, you guys have to root for each other, right? Being from the same part of town?
That's it, man. I mean, I'm a fan of the main and the co-main. I like all these guys. Max Holloway is a tremendous fighter, champion. He's a great father. I love watching the interaction between him and his kid. But make no mistake, you know, I stand by my Lafayette friends. Dustin's a great guy as well, father, fighter, all that. So we all have a lot in common. But yeah, man, you got to stand by your hometown roots. And I think it would just be a tremendous opportunity for not only me, but for Lafayette, for me and Dustin to come out of here with the victory, another champion from Lafayette with the belt around his waist alongside DC, and me to come out with the victory. This is the most Lafayette card we've ever had in the UFC. So and DC's calling it, and 3 guys from Lafayette. It's pretty amazing. So a victory here would be pretty special.
Now you train over at Muscle Farm. The Schmo knows that TJ Dillashaw's also done a little bit of training at Muscle Farm. He's in the news lately. EPO, 2-year ban. What's your take on the whole situation?
I'm sad to hear it, man, because I'm a fan of TJ, and he's done some amazing things. And one thing that always kind of jumped off the page when you bring up TJ Dillashaw, I would think work ethic. The guy has a tremendous work ethic, and I remember one of his last fights. It was like New Year's Eve or something. I was having champagne with my family. I looked on my phone. He was at the gym at midnight on his 3rd workout that day, and I was like, this guy is so dedicated. He's going to be impossible to beat. Didn't go his way that night, but to see that he was doing something, and to see that he's not really out saying, oh, it was tainted or it was some type of an other thing or it's a mistake. I think he's admitting to the guilt and he's owning it, and that's applaudable that he's owning it, but at the same time it just means that it's completely true, and it's sad to hear that a guy with so much talent was taking something that kind of puts question marks next to all those victories.
Alan, you're the pro, I'm the Schmo. We'll see you out there in the Octagon and at the GQ magazine. We appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Pleasure, man.